At Jiangnan No 3 High School, everyone knew one thing. The seat by the window in class 2 to 3 belonged to Lin Xiaoyu. It was the first place the sunlight hit every morning, and Lin Xiaoyu, the school's top student with her perfect handwriting and perpetually serious expression, sat there as if she were its personal guardian. But then, one Monday morning, everything changed. Chen Hao transferred in. He was late, his uniform was untucked, and he had a smile that was way too confident for his own good. And because life has a wicked sense of humor, the teacher pointed directly at the empty seat next to the window. "Chen Hao, you can sit next to Lin Xiaoyu." A collective gasp filled the classroom. Everyone held their breath. Lin Xiaoyu looked up from her book, her eyes slowly meeting his. "That's my seat," she stated, her voice flat. Chen Hao just blinked. Then a wide grin spread across his face. "Well then, I guess I'm your deskmate." They were oil and water, day and night, enemies by day, deskmates by fate. Lin Xiaoyu planned her entire life in neatly color-coded notebooks. Chen Hao, on the other hand, frequently forgot his textbooks, but somehow, on the other hand, frequently forgot his textbooks, but somehow, miraculously, still managed to get decent grades. She despised distractions. He was a walking, talking, humming distraction. During quiet self-study periods, he'd hum a tune under his breath. She'd kick his chair in response, once, twice, a third time. "You're violating school discipline," she'd whisper fiercely. He'd lean over and whisper right back, "And you're violating my fundamental right to breathe." It was a constant battle of wills. And yet, there were little things. Every time she reached for an eraser that wasn't there, one would magically appear on her desk. Every time he rushed to class having skipped breakfast, a small carton of milk would silently slide onto his side of the table. Neither of them ever acknowledged it. It was their unspoken truce. The real turning point came during the annual school sports festival. The air was buzzing with energy, but Lin Xiaoyu was on a mission, carrying a heavy stack of test papers across the courtyard. Suddenly, a basketball came flying out of nowhere, heading straight for her. She froze, her mind going completely blank. But Chen Hao didn't. In a blur of motion, he lunged in front of her, taking the full impact of the ball on his shoulder. It slammed into him with a sickening thud. "Are you okay?" she cried out, her voice filled with a panic no one had ever heard from her before. He winced, clutching his shoulder dramatically. "I think I might survive. If someone buys me an ice cream." She just stared at him, her heart still pounding. After a long moment, she let out a sigh of defeat. "Vanilla or chocolate?" He broke into that signature, brilliant smile. "I knew you cared," he said, and for the first time she didn't have a sharp retort. After that day, the rumors started. They spread faster than cheat sheets before a big exam. "Did you hear? They're totally dating." "No way, not Lin Xiaoyu. She's too serious for him." "My bet is on Chen Hao. He definitely fell first." Their bickering didn't stop, but something had shifted. They started studying together after school, their arguments over complex math problems often dissolving into laughter. During the long, grueling late-night study sessions leading up to the final exams, he'd slide a note onto her desk. "If we get into the same university," it read, "I'll make sure to still sit by the window." She quickly scribbled back, "Focus on the exam." But she couldn't stop the blush from creeping up her neck, her ears turning bright red. Graduation day arrived too soon. The classroom, once filled with noise and life, was now empty and silent, the desks and chairs all in neat rows. Chen Hao stood by their old spot, by the window, the afternoon sun casting a long shadow. "So, this is it," he said, his voice quiet. Lin Xiaoyu stood beside him, nodding. "You're still too noisy." He let out a soft laugh. "And you're still way too serious." A comfortable silence settled between them. Then he spoke again, his voice barely a whisper. "But you know, sitting next to you, that was my favorite part of high school." She looked at the golden sunlight dancing on the surface of the empty desk. Then she looked up at him. "Me too," she admitted. At that exact moment, the final school bell rang, its sound echoing through the empty halls. And just like that, their story, a simple, awkward, and beautifully warm love story, born in the sunlight by the window, had just begun. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.